Hey guys, welcome back to the New York Yankees franchise, episode 16. We're wrapping up the regular season in season 2 today as we'll finish the last month here in September. As you can see, we have a 3.5 game lead on the Tampa Bay Rays as it stands right now. We're sitting at 92 and 50, they're at 88 and 53. So this is going to go down all the way to the wire here this last month. So we really need a good month in order to win the division, and you guys will see how that goes. But we see the wild card. The Rays are way up, so even if we somehow lose this division and we don't play well this month, we'll be in no problem. We'll probably it'll be hard to not get the first wild card as well. Astros and Red Sox look like they kind of have that wild card wrapped up, but only 4 up of the Red Sox, so we'll see. Going ahead against the Oakland A's in this one, and Garrett Cole, ERA down to 4.11, so it ends up not being terrible, but still in the fours for Garrett Cole is not great. But he is 13 and 3, so very good record-wise as well. In the first, they got a runner on first. This one's into left by Seth Brown, and Stanton's not going to get there because, of course, he's not going to get there. He can't run. He's in such great shape, and he's massive, but and he's not even that old, but he can't run. I don't get that one. 1-0 Oakland in the first. Still a runner on second. Zach Veen bloops one in no man's land, and Volpe's going to make a play. I don't know if that was luck or if he was even looking at the ball, but a nice play, saves a run, 1-0. We're going up against J.P. Sears, former Yankee. He's doing pretty good on the year, 3.32 ERA in 28 starts. Very solid for Oakland. And what we got back was nobody, so it works out for them. Aaron Judge rips one into the gap, and Zach Veen makes a beautiful diving play, so he got a lucky play from Volpe, robbed him of an RBI, and he robs Judge of extra bases there. Beautiful play. In the second, speaking of Volpe, deep and gone. No doubt from Anthony Volpe. No doubt to the deepest part of left. Absolute bomb. Good to see that pop from him against the Oakland A's. Puts us on top. 20th home run of the year. So another 20 home run season for Anthony Volpe. I believe he had 21 last year. That's number 20 for him. So far, the season's almost over, but that's number 20 for him. 459 feet from Anthony Volpe. My goodness, what a shot from Volpe. Next batter is Jose Trevino. A 1-2 pitch from J.P. Sears is going to be driven to left and gone. 2 back-to-back, no doubt shots from our bottom of the order. Jose Trevino and Anthony Volpe go back-to-back. And we have a 3-1 lead early on. Only his 4th home run of the year. Has not done anything offensively. With Austin Wells up, he only plays against lefties now. So, but okay, good to see from Trevino. Shohei Ohtani's going to beat the shift here in the third, and it's going to carry all the way out into the first row and left. Opposite field home run from Shohei Ohtani. That ball just kept carrying. 48 on the year. He's getting close to 50 with a couple weeks left. In the 6th, Garrett Cole trying to finish 6 strong. He's going to give up a base hit up the middle. 1 run's going to score. 4-2 for Garrett Cole. He wanted to finish that 6th inning on a high, but instead he's still in the jam. Keeping him out here, though, and he is going to get out of it. So 6 innings, 2 earned. Not a bad start from Garrett Cole. Puts us in a great spot to win. Canely in the 7th, though. 1st and 3rd. That's a base hit from Oakland. So now it's 1st and 2nd, nobody out. We went to Clevenger because a couple lefties came up, lefty, and he does not get the lefty out. So lefty specialist does not work in that case. Seth Brown rips one into the gap. Everyone's going to score, and Brown is into 3rd with a 2 RBI triple. Oakland all of a sudden has the lead, 6-4. We're jumping all the way ahead to the 9th because there's no highlights. 9-4 would be the final. Oakland A's come back and win. Bad loss from us to start off this month. And speaking of bad losses, let me just jump ahead here and show you guys. That wasn't the only bad loss. We had a dreadful September. Embarrassing. That Oakland series was a 4-game series we split. We lost the series to Kansas City. Lost 3 out of 4 to Toronto. Got swept by Houston. Lost 2 out of 3 to Tampa Bay. Split Baltimore. And now we split Tampa Bay, and this is the rubber match here, last game of the season. But it ultimately is too late. The Rays have clinched the division. They have 100 wins. We have 97. What an awful, awful month of September. September to not remember. That's for sure. It was that bad. Oh my God, horrible. We blew the division, and that's it. We're going to get in, but we're going to get in as a wild card team. 97 wins. We have this last game to try to get to 98. But the Rays, 100 wins, and they clinched the AL East yet again. We could not take the division crown from them. So let's go up against the Rays. Final game of the season. Doesn't matter for either of us. We clinched the first wild card. They clinched the AL East. Doesn't matter for seeding as well. The Rays are going to be the first seed. In the first, Anthony Rizzo stays hot, though. He's got a batting title to try to win. We'll go over the awards, not the awards, but the league leaders at the end of this. But we would go with Jordan Hicks. Bullpen day, last game of the season. I'm not trying to burn out any starter, and the bullpen was all good on energy. So I was like, you know what? Let's get everyone's arm loose. Let's get everyone some action before the playoffs, because we're going to have a tough task ahead of us now that we got an extra wild card round to play that we could not have played easily if we just would have played a little bit better in this month of September. The Rays tie at 1-1 in the third. It's Lasagna in, and that's a base hit up the middle. 2-1. Tyler O'Neill's throws cut off. 2-1 Rays in the third. We're jumping all the way ahead to the seventh. Nothing happened. 2-1 still. Tampa Bay. First and second. 2 out for Volpe, and he rips one up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner from third is going to try to score, and the throw luckily is offline. Candelario scores, and we tie this game up at 2 in the seventh. Next batter, Austin Wells, first and third, and he's going to hit one in the gap to left, going back to Rosarina, and he's going to get there and make the play. It was a nice hit from Austin Wells, however. In the eighth, Tyler O'Neill is back from injury, so that's a great news for us. He rips one deep to left, and that's gone, no doubt. So Tyler O'Neill, who was out for, it said 2 to 3 months, just came back and hits a big home run, his 15th of the season, even after missing all that time. So he would have had a really good year if he would have stayed healthy, but unfortunately he was hurt for a while, and that just seems to be what the Cardinals center fielders do that we trade for. They get hurt. Harrison Bader, Tyler O'Neill. But that ball's crushed. Good to see him. We're going to need him hot in the playoffs if we're going to win. So big home run. 405 gives us the lead 3-2. In the eighth, still second and third, nobody out for Rizzo, and he's going to ground one. Base hit. The infield was in. That's the only reason why that went through. Hot shot, but if they were at normal depth, that would have been a routine ground ball to second. 2 RBI double instead for Anthony Rizzo. Another base hit. Gets those much-needed points for his batting title bid. Marinaccio in the ninth to close it out, and he will do just that as he gets Luke Raley, who killed us in the postseason last year, to fly out to Gavin Sheets, and we win at least on the last day. So we get 98 wins. We finished 2 games out of Tampa Bay. Started 3 weeks ago, 3.5 games up, ended 2 games out. Very disappointing. So what can you do? The Guardians win the AL Central by 3 games, and they'll go to the playoffs. Nobody else from the Central will go. The Rangers and Astros are going to the playoffs. Rangers won the division, so the Astros will be the wild card team. Us, the Astros, and the Red Sox, which means we're going to have to play the Houston Astros in the wild card round at Yankee Stadium. And I'm sure everyone knows the Yankees playing the Astros in the playoffs usually does not end well for the Yankees. So we're going to have to try to break that curse if we want to win number 28 this season. Going over to the National League, the Braves won the East pretty easily, 5 games over the Mets, but the Mets will get in on the wild card. The Braves are just too dominant. The Cubs won the Central again, so not sure what they got going on, but they got a good thing going on. Weak division, but 91 wins for the Cubs. Good to see them in the playoffs back-to-back years, so see what they'll do. The Giants actually beat the Dodgers for the division by 6 games. 99 wins from San Francisco. Good to see them. It's good to see someone knocking off the Dodgers. Always good. Dodgers, D-backs, and Mets get into the wild card. Pirates were actually just 1 game out, surprisingly. Phillies 2 games out. So Pirates may be a team on the rise, and they finished 3-7 in their last 10. That's why they didn't make it. So they could have easily got in. Let's see how everyone did. Oswald Peraza was leading off because Tyler O'Neill was hurt, but he just came back. So don't mind the lineup. That's not how it'll be for the postseason. Peraza 229, 16 bombs, 69 RBIs. Not terrible. I was expecting a little bit more offense, especially with the average from him, but okay. 52 bombs from Shohei Ohtani led the league. 128 RBIs, 265 average. We like that a lot. 265. I was expecting higher, but I can't complain with 52 bombs and all those RBIs. Judge had another fantastic year. 296, 42 homers, and 103 RBIs. Obviously, any other year, that would have been the most on the team, but we have Shohei. Look at the year from Rizzo. Batted 327. He hit 39 bombs, career high, 87 RBIs. 39 homers, only 87 RBIs. That's probably because Ohtani and Judge only really hit homers. Well, they don't only hit homers, but they probably cleared everything up for by the time Rizzo got up. Tyler O'Neill, after missing all that time, did solid. Candelario had a 30 home run season, so it was a good thing we did sign him back. That year he had last year was not a fluke. 30 home runs, 88 RBIs, and he batted .279. That's what I wanted in a third baseman from a lefty third baseman. That's what I got. Gavin Sheets came over at the deadline. 243, 9 homers. I think he hit 4 home runs past the deadline, so in 2 months. So not great, but he was platooning anyway. We'll see what we do with him. Volpe, 21 homers. He finished with 55 RBIs, 226. That average is still a problem. He's hitting low average, but 20 home runs from our shortstop, that part I like. Austin Wells in his rookie year, 241. He got called up in June, I believe. So played a good chunk of the season, 241 at-bats, and he hit 241. So, hey, not bad. Trevino, like we said, didn't do much. 202 average, whatever. Stanton actually did good. He will be in the lineup. Like I said, this is just Tyler O'Neill came back, so the lineup got thrown out. But 29 homers, 269. Good year from Stanton, 81 RBIs as well. Willie Calhoun, I'm telling you, I know I say this every episode, but the guy is glitched in this. I need to find a way to get him in. 354 in 144 at-bats, in as much platoon at-bats as I can give him. When I sim too, it's like, he only plays so often. Trey Sweeney only came up for a September call-up, maybe show some trade value for the offseason, or I don't think he's going to find a spot in this infield unless we move on from Peraza or something, but whatever. Max Kepler is kind of a disappointment. Shohei Ohtani, first year as our ace, 4.42 is not great. All year he really struggled. Got it together towards the end, though, so I'm hoping for a good playoff pitching performance from him. Rodon, same kind of thing. Struggled early, got better. And same thing with Garrett Cole. Struggled early, got better. But at the end of the day, it's not where you want the ERA from those three guys to be. That's ultimately why we lost the division, really. 304 from Nestor. He's great. I can't complain with him. Nasty, sexy Nestor. I'll never complain about him. You won't hear that from me. Beautiful. Domingo Germán, 4.09. 4 out of the 5 guys had a 4 or above ERA, which is not great, but Domingo Germán, 4.09 as a 5th starter. I don't mind that. I think this is contract year, so I think Clark Schmidt's ready, though. He'll fill that 5th spot. I think that's it for Domingo Germán. Canely had a solid year. Gary Clevenger actually had a good year, coming out as one of our lefty arms in the bullpen. Ron Marinaccio, he was doing great for a while. Got that ERA up. He had a sub-1 ERA for a while, but then it went up. Loaizaga, very good. Darwinzon Hernandez with 28-man call-up, so he won't be on the playoff roster. Jordan Hicks, another good year from him. He had one with the Cardinals that was really good. That's why we signed him, and he has a good one here. Clay Holmes, fantastic, 2.40 ERA from our closer. Look at the league leaders. Anthony Rizzo actually missed out on the batting title. Verdugo's on the IL. I don't know if he'll be ready for the postseason, but he won by actually a good amount. Rizzo was tied with Alvarez for second. Well, he's alone in second, so he must have been a point, whatever decimal place ahead. So good but great from Rizzo. Was not expecting that, not even close to that. Was expecting probably 100 points lower. Shohei Ohtani led the league in home runs, 52 from him. Aaron Judge down there with 42. Rizzo down there with 39. Shohei's second in RBIs. Actually tied, with RBIs with Jordan Alvarez. Stolen bases, we had a couple guys on here, the youngsters in the middle infield, Volpe and Peraza. Volpe with 34, 10 off the league lead, and Peraza with 28. So good to see that from them. We need more speed on this team, so it's good to see stolen bases. I'm sure Tyler O'Neill would be up there if he was healthy all season. Carlos Rodon led the league in wins, although he did not pitch great ERA-wise. He somehow just kept winning. Taj Bradley from Tampa Bay led the league in ERA, 2.0, so almost had a sub-2 ERA. And Shohei Ohtani, for the second year in a row, leads the league in strikeouts. Last year, the Angels had 260. They had a respectable 240 this year. Quick in the National League, Corbin Carroll won the batting title. Diamondbacks made the postseason largely because of that. Max Muncy in home runs, 37, and just beat Juan Soto with 36. And Nolan Gorman from the Cardinals went off this year. That's interesting. And Ryan McMahon actually led the NL in RBIs, 4 ahead of Eloy Jimenez, who went over to the San Francisco. And Spencer Steer, wow, from the Mets. In ERA, it was Zach Gallen. So the Diamondbacks had a good year from their two stars, Zach Gallen and Corbin Carroll. As now we'll take a look at the playoff bracket. And like I said, we are playing Houston in the 2 out of 3 wild card. At least it'll be at Yankee Stadium. But, yeah, Houston usually does us no favors when they play them in the postseason. It's going to be tough. On the other side, it's Cleveland and Boston. Winner of that plays Texas. Winner of ours obviously plays Tampa Bay. Over to the National League, Dodgers and Arizona, an L West matchup over there. And the winner of that will play San Fran. And Atlanta and the New York Mets, and L East on the other side. Winner of that plays Chicago. So it's going to be an interesting postseason. It's going to be tough for us. We blew a terrible, terrible month of September. Hopefully we can erase all that by beating the Astros and then moving on and beating the Rays and so on and so forth. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Next episode will be the wild card round. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the wild card round. Thanks.